Jaya Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Bhalabha Giribharadhari Jaya Gopijana Bhalabha Giribharadhari Jashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Bhanachari Jamuna Tira Bhanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Navavrinda Ki Sembo devotees, oh glory to the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, entitled The Summon Bonon, Chapter 46, Uddhava visits Vrindavan, text number 28. Jashoda Varnyamanani. At 28? 46, 28. Putrasya charitani cha Srimbanti asrunyasva Srimbanti asruni avasraksit Snehasnuta payodhara Yashoda Varnyamanani Putrasya Charitani Cha Srimbantyasrunyabhaskrati Srimbantyasrunyabhasraksit Snehasnuta Payodhara Yashoda Varnyamanani Putrasya Charitani Cha Srimbantyasrunyabhasraksit Snehasnuta Payodhara. Please chant. Yashoda Varnyamanani Putrasya Charitani Cha Srimbantyasrunyabhasraksit Snehasnuta Payodhara Yashoda Varnyamanani Putrasya Charitani Cha Srimbantyasrunyabhasraksit Snehasnuta Payodhara Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, Varnyamanani, being described, Putrasya, of her son, Charitani, the activities, Cha, and Srimbanti, as she heard, Ashruni, tears, Abhasraksit, pour down, Sneha, out of love, Snuta, moisten, Payodhara, her breast. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. From the very day, as Mother Yasoda heard the description of her son's activities, she poured out her tears, and milk flowed from her breast out of love. Purport. From the very day that Krishna has left for Mathura, Mother Yashoda, though counsel and console, that's how you say, counsel and console by hundreds of men and women, could not see put their face over her son. She kept her eyes closed to everyone else and cried constantly. Thus she could not recognize Uddhava, treat him with parental affection, asking any questions or giving any message for her son. She was simply overwhelmed with love for Krishna. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Ummilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Romapada Swami Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirveshesha Shunyavadi Pashatyade Satarine. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. So, this is Srila Sukadev Goswami describing the mood of both Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata as witnessed by Uddhava. This is actually the first encounter that Uddhava had with the Vrijavasis. So we remember that he was sent by Krishna from Dwarka with a message for the inhabitants of Vrindavan to pacify them. So that was his mission, external mission. Krishna actually wanted, we hear about and we discuss about, that Uddhava will also have the benefit of the associations of the inhabitants of Vrindavan and being able to learn a much more intimate and the highest form of worship of Krishna or love for Krishna. So we just heard in the narration that as Uddhava came to the house of Nanda Maharaj, then Nanda Maharaj received them, but he went to the whole, properly receiving Uddhava, but Uddhava was able to see how distressed he was. Nanda Maharaj was extremely distressed, and what to speak of Mother Yashoda. But Nanda Maharaj first responded or connected with Uddhava by doing, the natural external things of asking him how he's doing, how's the family there, how's all his friends and family members in Dwarka. He was not asking directly about Krishna, because if he does that, he will become overwhelmed. Nanda Maharaj have some understanding, have some control. So he was able to address Uddhava and receive him and properly, treat him according to proper codes of behavior, like that, how would you say, civility? Not civility necessarily, but yes, etiquette, So, but then he asked about, it was in his mind. That's what his only meditation. He could not see anything else but Krishna. He could not think anything else but Krishna. So he asked about Krishna. Is he ever going to come? You know, that, and then he enters into this meditation and he started to remember Krishna. First, Krishna's qualities, especially Krishna's beauty and Krishna's sweetness. So he started to describe how beautiful, you know, just to see Krishna's beautiful face. And he especially, you know, described his eyes and his beautiful nose. So, you know, the features of Krishna's beautiful face and his beautiful smile that completely melts the hearts of the devotees. And then he started to narrate Krishna's activities. And as narrating Krishna's activities, he, you know, meditates on Krishna's extraordinary actions. You know, how he protected them from all these powerful demons, unconquerable demons. How he was able to leave Govardhan Hill and protect them from the wrath of Indra, you know, the king of the heavens. How he was able to defeat Kamsa and Kamsa's, you know, warriors and wrestlers and all that. And he remembers the words of Garga Muni explaining Krishna's, during Krishna's appearance, explaining that Krishna was equal to Narayan. And he will protect them. So he remembers, so he concludes that Krishna and Balaram, they're these powerful demigods, powerful gods, devatas, that came and appeared in their home and to protect them. And after saying that, he just became overwhelmed and couldn't speak anymore. So he just, you know, got sworn into a whole mood that basically, you know, the experience, this is the type of experience that are the experience of transcendental emotions, and then experience of ecstasy, and some of those experiences that you become stunned, you cannot do anything, you know, the whole, it's basically you lose external consciousness. And now he stops, and Uddhava sees Mother Yashoda, who was listening to Nanda Maharaj's descriptions of Krishna. And just by listening, the tears were pouring out of her, you know, eyes, like, you know, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described, like torrents of rain. And her breast was pouring milk out of love for Krishna. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada's disciples describe that her state was such. This is also described by the Acharyas. I'm going to read some of the Acharyas' commentaries on this verse. Her state was such that she will not accept. It was too much from people trying to counsel her, because she was in such a state of distress that her well-wishers, friends and family will come and try